So welcome to my portfolio revision video. Over the next few minutes I'm going to walk you through the process of me revising my portfolio for English Computer Studies and what it took to complete the portfolio. So let's begin. So first off, we just have what my portfolio looked like before. I just have a few different pieces from each assignment and kind of looking at it. There's a lot of revising that needs to be done and plenty of things that need to be added. So first, let's just get into the playlist revision, which is the first assignment that we had. And so here I'm just writing up my thoughts and reflection on the playlist and on my revision video that I made throughout the process as well, and just kind of my thought processes behind it and what it means as a whole for studying literature and as a whole for the goal of this class and the theme throughout the class. And so that's what I'm kind of discussing there. And then we kind of get into the road, which is our next assignment. And here I'm taking a screenshot of our map that my group made, and it was titled Hope Amongst Despair, and you kind of see our 6 points, and the 6 points that we thought show the theme of hope amongst some awful times that the dad and the boy went throughout the novel. And so that's kind of what we have there. And you can see we were asked in our portfolio, what are our thoughts on the mapping assignment and on the road and what we experienced or learned throughout the unit. And so that's what you'll kind of see up next as I make a spot in my portfolio for the road. It's not something I had before. So as you can see, I will be writing about what we were asked to and kind of like what that process overall meant for us as a group and for me and what I took from the road and from the project that we had. I'm embedding the photo and I'm embedding the 2 videos that I made that I tried to use to get the point across about that hope and that they felt even in those hard times. And then here I'm writing a few sentences about each video and kind of my goal of the videos and the struggles that I had. And so then we get into just embedding comments. I didn't really have many to begin with when I sat down to revise the portfolios. And then here you kind of get my prose about my text mining experiment. One of the big comments that I got during my mid-semester evaluation of my portfolio is that I didn't have enough on my text mining experiments and kind of working with Do Android's Dream of Electric Sheep. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, and just kind of talking about my experience with using AntConc and Text Wrangler and things like that to kind of break down the novel and talk about my struggles of using technology. Is something, English studies is such a traditional sector of academia, but this newfound use of technology in it is revolutionary in a way, and just kind of my experience with that and my thoughts on that now. Because I did struggle, I questioned whether or not it really does have a place in English studies and what that place may be. Is it a different one than I originally thought, or a different one that we're exploring in this class? So that's what I kind of talk about throughout. And so finally you get into what my portfolio looks like now. I've added an introduction to the portfolio and kind of the themes and the 2 big things that I found through each assignment. You kind of get my thoughts on my playlist and my playlist revision video and things like that. And then you get into the road mapping project that you saw me adding in earlier of the videos and my thoughts and reflection throughout that process of making the videos and the map with my group. And then again, like you saw earlier, my text mining experiments, so you kind of can see the visual of what I did and kind of the visuals show the struggles that I did have, as I mentioned earlier, and things like that. So that's kind of what you're getting in that section more of my portfolio. And then you get into my e-poetry, which was so fun and cool to make, to really bring a poem to life in such a different way, in a way that I never thought about. They put it into a visual form, music and things like that. That was really cool and not something I ever really thought about doing. And then you get my Watchmen video, where I talk about the inability of superheroes to have relationships and kind of that theme that was weaved throughout Watchmen, and how I even see that in other superheroes today in different comics like Superman and things like that. So that's what I kind of explore there, and just my thought process under it in the pros of how I went about making the video and what I thought about after I made it. Got my tweets, and that was something that was really surprising for me and hard at first. Never really thought of using social media in an English class or in a college class, at all. So it was really cool to experiment with that, and I kind of really figured out how social media has a role in the classroom. So that's why I'm kind of exploring there. And finally, just my comments and the things that I thought my peers would like to hear from me as I looked at their amazing work. So that's what you have there. So thanks for tuning in to my video about how I revised my portfolio and just kind of all the different things I've gone through throughout the semester, and kind of overall just how much I've enjoyed the class. So yeah, thank you. Hope you enjoy my portfolio.